ballin' on these niggas. Yeah, I might, whoa, yeah, I'm straight ballin' on these niggas.
It's a lane!
Get out of there, Joey!
Whoa,
Aim for your head top. I make them dead drop. Big on like Houdini. Can't see me, but that
Mixing it up to the end zone for Trey.
red hot. Headshot. They hop up on that red.
What's going on here, YouTube? First and foremost, I want to say thank you. I just recently hit 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I actually made it to the YouTube Partner Program. I am forever thankful for you guys' love and support, and hopefully I can help you guys keep becoming great Madden players and dropping great content for you guys to continue your support. Other than that, I have been hearing a lot of stuff about, oh, Trey, single back runs are dead, single back offenses are dead, because people get to sit in dollar all game, get to sit in 4-down lineman, everything stops to run, the run's not good. And I'm going to teach you guys that you don't even really need quad father in MUT to run the ball, or in regs need a great team. It's really about knowing what runs to call in what situations. Telling y'all, the RGC. The run game coordinator. We still got our man covers run right here. We still got our man covers run right here, man. I'm gonna go over a couple things with you guys and teach you guys some stuff here in practice mode. So let's go over to practice mode. Boom. Right now I'm actually in the Jaguars playbook. We're gonna be clicking dollar defense here on offense. I believe this is the best single back run formation in the game in the Jaguars offense. It's gonna be single back wing flex. Now the cool thing about wing flex is it's the only single back formation that has an 0-1 trap and a stretch. Okay, 0-1 trap and a stretch. Those are the two best runs in the game. You guys know in shotgun, 0-1 traps is one of the best runs in the game. So of course in single back it would still be one of the best runs in the game, and I'm gonna explain why to you guys. So boom, we have 3-down lineman versus DB fire, right? So essentially, I know that 3-down line is susceptible to inside runs. Now, the thing about running the ball in this game is handoffs have different speed. Different runs have different handoff speed. As we can take a look here, I can run a halfback zone weak, right? Boom, and it's a slow handoff speed, all right? It's plus Brock Purdy's right-handed, handing off to his left. The handoff speed is slower, okay? So we want to look for fast handoff speed runs. I'm going to run halfback zone weak again, this time to the right. Boom. Handoff's a little bit better, but not as fast as we like it to be. Okay, same thing with something like a halfback slam. Sorry, I just hiked the ball. Same thing for something like a halfback slam, right? Where the running back takes like a jump step and then gets the handoff. Boom. Right? The handoffs aren't as fast. I'm having success, but the handoffs aren't as fast, right? So I'm going to teach you guys here about 0-1 trap. Now, the 0-1 trap handoffs in this game are the fastest handoffs in the game, and not only that, you're getting a pulling guard. Pulling guard runs are the best runs in Madden when you guys are running in between the tackles this year, because puller elite is an ability that can activate to secure your blocks up front when he's pulling around. Now, the difference between an 0-1 trap and a dive, other than the pulling guard, is there's not really abilities on your O-line to help a dive secure blocks, okay? But puller elite, whether he's hitting a lineman, a linebacker, or a safety, he's always going to be able to secure his block. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys some runs here without puller elite. So I'm going to run this 0-1 trap because I know in a 3-down lineman box, right, an 0-1 trap has great numbers because I'm always going to get an extra blocker around towards where I'm running the football, okay? And that's my plan. So boom. Doesn't really matter who you ID on these runs. I like to ID away from the user, the opposite linebacker of the user. But as you guys can see, bad run vision there, but I'm getting in scot-free. Like, no one's touching me before I'm 4 yards down the field. Right? Boom. I'm 4 yards down the field before I'm getting touched. Just about every single time versus 3-down linemen. Now, the problem is people expect runs like this to work every single time you snap them, even when the defense is doing adjustments, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys next, the counter to some of these adjustments that defenses do. Okay, so now a big thing that people do is, as I hike this 0-1 trap one more time to try to get a clean run. So the thing that people forget is that when the defense adjusts, you need to adjust. So after I hit them with this 0-1 trap a couple of times, what they're going to do is they're going to pinch their line, right? Now, it will be foolish for me versus a pinch D-line to call 0-1 trap again because the lanes are clogged, right? I have success there, but overall the lanes are clogged, and that's not the ideal run look, right? So boom, if they come out and they pinch their line, I am going to now audible to a outside zone run, and this one's going to be stretch. Okay, boom. This one's going to be stretch, right? Now I have outside leverage in my right here on the outside. I also have 2 tight ends versus 2 DBs. I'm confident I'll be able to get some good blocks on these DBs. All right, so boom, I'm going to call a stretch here. And as you guys see, the difference between pinch line and no pinch line, right? Pinch line and no pinch line, like the difference is ridiculous. So if you guys ever see someone pinching their line, right, I'm going to want to call stretch here. Okay, I'm going to want to call a stretch here to try to get those outside run lanes. Now, another thing I want to teach you guys, hopefully I can show you guys in practice mode, run fits, right? Run fits. All right, the cover 2 run fits are pretty good, right? These are the cover 2 run fits, and that's why it's kind of like more schematic when you guys want to run the ball versus cover 2 look based off what they're doing with their D line. Now, if I went to cover 3, right, and by the way, to see the run fits in practice mode, you just want to hold left trigger on defense and hold X. All right, that shows you the run fits. You guys see in cover 2, the outside corners are in run fits. Now, if I was to audible to something like a cover 3, right, cover 3 on defense, and I check the run fits again, those outside corners are no longer in run fits. All right, any deep blue on the field in Madden is not in a run fit. So these runs are going to be even better. It's say if I'm running an outside run, inside run, I know that at least the DBs aren't going to react. So, but it's kind of the same philosophy. So boom, 3 down lineman versus a cover 3 shell. I'm still going to want to run 0-1 trap. Still going to want to run 0-1 trap. Now, the cool thing about this is, now if I know they're in cover 3, right, 3 down linemen, they're in cover 3, but I know they're in cover 3, I know that the outside corners are not in run fit, so stretch is still available to me. All right, cover 3 is probably one of the worst run defenses in Madden, period. All right, so it's more about knowing what to call, and of course, if they had went to a cover 3 shell, right, show you guys the run fits here in a cover 3 shell. Boom, you guys see the outside corners are not in run fits like they are in cover 2. I know that if they pinch their line, I mean, how are they going to stop these stretches to the outside in cover 3? Well, they got lucky and stopped it there, but overall, that's how you would like to run the ball. That's how you like to play in your run scheme here, okay? Boom. Stretch versus cover 3. I know it's because I know he's in cover 3. He's been running, someone that's been running cover 3 all game, and look at what, I mean, how are they going to stop these runs? Okay, so it's more about knowing what run to call. Like, we can even go to like a man coverage look, right? Man coverage, 2-man under. The corners on the wide receiver side are not in run fits, right? They're not in run fits. So if I had audible my stretch, maybe to the left, let's say they're pinching their line, I audible my stretch to the left at that point. If I know they're a man, I know stretch to the man side is a solid call, right? Boom. I now know that stretch to the man coverage side is a solid call, right? Because I know, I understand that. I understand that when they do come out in man, right, and I do see both these corners shaded inside, they are in man coverage, and now stretch to that side is an option, right? Because those guys are in man coverage, they aren't in run fits, right? DN gets a good shed there, but they are not in run fits. And even when you guys see things like this, you have to just, it's a thinking man's game. Football is a thinking man's game. I know that they're in man. There's no run fits on that side, right? So I could even motion somebody over to get the numbers, and I accidentally stayed in 0-1 trap here. I like to keep numbers solid, so let's see what happens when I motion over here. Then I'll check the run fits again. Boom. Now that guy's no longer in a run fit, right? So only guys in a run fit on the field, DB wise, is going to be the right side DB lined up against George Kittle. I should have a safe run here. Boom. Get some seal blocks. Don't get the best block by Trent Williams, but overall, you guys can see like what I'm talking about. Now, I suggest if anybody's ever in man coverage, right? I suggest if anybody's ever in man coverage, if they spread their line, just run 0-1 trap. Like, that's the man coverage run, all right? So that's how you guys can understand run fits versus 3-down linemen, and I'm even going to show you the same thing versus 4-down linemen, all right? Because this is what I like to do. This is what I like to teach the game, all right? So, boom. Let's go to something like, I guess people will have trouble with, like, Overstorm Brave. Overstorm Brave. Some man coverage. Cover 1, cover 3. Cover 1's fine. Cover 2, cover 3. And I'm going to show you guys the run fits versus that stuff as well. We're going to come out in two-man high. right? I'm gonna come on these same runs, Owen trap and stretch here. Boom. I know spread line, they are in man coverage, right? Spread line, they are in man coverage. Not a lot of people in run fits here on the left, especially, right? So I know that I can run Owen trap, right? I know Owen trap's gonna work because their line is spread, right? Now, let's say they're same run defense, right? But their line is pinched. I no longer really want to run 0-1 trap because the middle of that lane is clogged, but he is in man coverage. So I know on the backside here to the left that these guys are not in run fits. Maybe I can try double teaming the DN to get a safe block or whatever I have to do to try to get outside versus those non-run fit DBs, right? The run game is just all about knowing what the defense is trying to do, trying to force you to do, right? So even in a Overstorm Brave look, boom, same thing, right? They're in a blitz look. I know that all the run fits are to the tight end side, right? They're pinched, so I'm gonna flip my stretch to the left, and boom. It's like when you want to have success running the ball, all you have to do is just think, just think and understand, right? And of course, it helps to have a playbook that has stretch, dive, 0-1 trap, all kind of in the same book, right? Like dive will work good as well, but 0-1 trap just works so much better because you get that extra pulling guard. Now, once again, like let's say they're in cover 3, right? They're in cover 3, they pinch, right? They've been running cover 3 most of the game. I can tell they're in cover 3. The corners are shaded to the outside, one safety high, right? Things like this, things about the numbers, right? You're always in a good situation, right? If you motion anybody and they don't follow, right? That means they're in zone, right? That means I have the numbers. There's no reason for me to run the ball to the right side here because look at the numbers I have to the left. The numbers are so in my favor. On the left side of the ball, from the D tackle that's highlighted, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the left side of the ball, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the right. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the running back. That's 7 on that side of the ball. So boom, I'll be able to get hat on a hat, even get a double team right there, and get positive yards. It's all about the numbers, right? And even if you wanted to get numbers to the other side, let's say they audible to a cover 3. That was Tampa 2. Say an audible to a cover 3 shell, right? They pinch their line. I know I want to call stretch, but now can I get the numbers, right? Now I can even motion one of my wide receivers out to the right, and now nobody follows, and look at my numbers again. On the right side of the center, they have, not including the safety because he's kind of in the middle, he's backed off, but from the box to the right, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you have hat on a hat plus the running back, right? And they have to be able to scrape across the formation. So boom, I know I'm going to, that's horrible run vision, good Lord, Trey, but I know I'm going to get good numbers running to that side of the ball, right? Because they did not follow with their slot corner because they're in zone. And a lot of people don't like, they don't hit man line when people motion around. I make sure I do because I know things like this will hurt me. All right, so boom. Doesn't matter who you motion. We're just trying to get the numbers over here, to be honest. I like to let guys set, right, because I like them to be right in front of the guy that they're going to block. Right, but same thing here. Cover 3. I mean, I have a convoy. I have an absolute convoy. So when you guys are attempting to run the ball, I just want you guys to just think a little bit, and it's better to have 2 of these best runs in the game. Of course, like he's in cover 3 here. Boom, run fits. I mean, these run fits are pretty decent, but to the right, not a lot. The outside corner's on the run fit. I mean, that was pretty decent play by the D-line there as well. Good Lord, just a bad rep. But overall, stick with it and think things through in that way. I haven't really showed you guys cover 4 run fits. We can take a look at cover 4. I know a lot of people struggle like versus match coverages. So boom, they're in cover. Defense is in cover 4. Nobody's in run fits. I mean, the safeties are in run fits, but the outside corners are not. Right. Of course, spread D-line, 0-1 trap. I mean, the run game is very, like, we make it more complex than it has to be. Right, we make it a lot more complex than it has to be. Versus pinch lines, we want to do outside zone runs. Versus non-pinch lines, we want to do inside runs. I mean, that's football, right? We got a one-on-one with the safety there, couldn't make a play, but I mean, that's that's basic football, right? So even if you're in a situation where they have spread O-line and you don't have like a 0-1 trap or anything like that available, inside run is not a bad option, right? Inside run is not a bad option because at the end of the day, their D-line is spread. It's spread apart. So at that point, now you can get funky with it. Like, you know, their D-line spread. You might not have an 0-1 trap in your playbook or in your audibles or anything like that, but you know, like, you can try to get the numbers, motion hike a guy, get an extra guy in those lanes, and look what we have. You know what I mean? And look what we have there. Got the extra guy inside. Their line is spread. Make them pay for how they're running defense, right? You guys just want to counter what they do. Halfback zone weak here. Boom, their D-line spread. I mean, and look at that. Get a little sticky on the run, Christian McCaffrey, wherever you guys are using in MUT, and those are going to be my best tips for you guys to like improve your run game running the ball. So let me know if this video was helpful for you guys. Drop something in the comments. If there's anything else you guys are struggling with, hit that sub button, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. Check all my info in the description, please. And I'm looking forward to teaching you guys more Madden. Thank you.